must be new.
Those were the words spoken by former Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson after shooting Sonia Massey in her home. Now a jury is deciding if he will be convicted of her death. Good evening. I'm Kelly Finley in for Brandon.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Another emotional day in court for the families of Sonia Massey and Sean Grayson. Closing arguments were heard this morning, and now the jury is deliberating. WCIA 3's Amanda Brennan is live outside the courthouse. Amanda, what's the latest?
What we do know is the defense, the prosecution, and the judge are trying to clarify jury instructions. Now, they didn't say which ones specifically, but the state is arguing to withdraw and replace with new ones. The defense initially argued that the instructions should not change because they have already been read to the jury. Now, earlier today, though, was closing arguments. They stretched about 2.5 hours. The prosecution's Mary Beth Rogers was first up saying, "I'm sorry." That was the last thing Sonia Massey said before the defendant murdered her. The state went on to say the defense had a narrative, never mind that he had other options like his taser and leaving through an open door. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have the evidence that you need, and you can believe what you see. Now, the state also addressed Grayson's claim that he was trying to arrest Massey when he was closing the distance between them, saying, quote, "Yesterday, for the first time ever, the defendant wants you to believe he was going to arrest Sonia Massey for some made-up crime. You don't have to believe it because it's not true."
The defense then.
Well, Jennifer, the defense came next. Grayson's defense attorney, Daniel Fultz, addressing jurors saying, quote, "What happened to Sonia Massey was a tragedy, but it was not a crime. We can't imagine how difficult it must be for the Massey family to sit in the courtroom and hear all of the evidence." Fultz then added, "There is one very clear choice that you have to make. It's not whether the shooting took place, it's whether he was justified to do so under Illinois law." He continued by saying, quote, "You're not even here to decide whether or not you like Sean Grayson. Do we like his bedside manner, his language, etc.? It doesn't matter if you like it." Now, as a reminder, there were 29 seconds in between the time Massey got up from the couch to the time she was shot. The defense and the prosecution also both tried to bolster the credibility of their respective expert witnesses one last time before the jury went to deliberation.
Amanda, you have been out there near the protesters all day. About a couple dozen people. Are they still out there now?
Kelly, yes, you can see all of these protesters over my shoulder, and this rainy, cold weather isn't stopping them. They've been here since day one of trial. That was last Monday. One of the organizers from Peoria here says that she wanted this area to feel like family for the Masseys since they're not from the Peoria area. So she said that they wanted to make sure that they had a presence from the beginning to the end, whatever that may be.